As we rapidly approach the arrival of the new Nintendo Switch U Pi, Mario and Luigi Brothership might just be the Plumpy Plumber's last appearance on the console, so I was pretty hyped, not gonna lie. But the dark, evil, disgusting villain was about to ruin the party for everyone. IGN says the game sucks. It's terrible. It's the worst thing to happen to gaming since gamers. But IGN's opinions are garbage, am I right? Everything Mario touches with his big, manly hands will always make me a happy guy. Wait, what's this thing doing here? So why did I fall asleep 2 hours into the intersection of Brothership? I wasn't a fan of the Mario RPG remake, but you know what I like there? You start the game and boom, you're playing. Brothership instead decided to look at the competition and saw that, hey, if Persona can spend 6 hours just to get you through the tutorial, why can't the duo default Stranger Danger PSAs give it a shot? Good job there. You just forgot that those 6 hours were used to set up story, gameplay, characters. What are you doing with all this time, Brothership? Hey man, we have a pinky companion this time. Ain't that a doozy? The best way to describe Brothership's prologue is picturing a Call of Duty game where you unlock the reload button only after having committed 14 violations of the Geneva Conventions. That happens in the first mission, you say? Okay, you unlock the reload button only after your role in foreign countries is questioned for the first time. Every single mechanic is slowly introduced with fights that sound like your dumb 3-year-old cousin trying to recite the alphabet and never getting past A and B, while the characters think you're too stupid to remember the complex and revolutionary narrative the writers set up. So they recap everything for you, even when you explicitly tell them not to. Are the writers afraid we won't notice the brilliant synthesis between themes and art direction here? Oh please, connect these islands so you might reunite my race of sentient wall sockets and connect us using cables while traveling through the sea currents. You get the clever symbolism here, you dumb stupid kid? Either you do, or the association between electric cables and water will seep into your brain and we will let natural selection run its course. Calm down, Brothership. You're getting dangerously close to the level of subtlety of Kojima when he names his characters. Yeah, never mind, the final boss is literally called Lonely. I guess that ship has sailed. Listen, I'm allowed to make these stupid jokes too, alright? But after unlocking more super moves and getting access to more gear customization, something unexpected happened. Mario and Luigi Brothership got good. Combat suddenly requires more than 2 neurons hitting each other inside your skull. You can equip power-ups during battles, but usage is limited, which promotes constant experimentation. Even the platforming is generally pleasant and breaks the pace nicely. And I don't know if by that point my brain matter was turning into plasma, but I even started enjoying the humor. I'd be lying if I said that the cutscenes never made me smirk. On top of that, the devs clearly tried to make each island stand out with unique mechanics, and when they remember to put a final boss at the end of them, you get some incredibly fun and sometimes challenging fights. I just wish they put the same care in making the journey from one stage to the other a bit more engaging than just staring at the sea. Yes, I could be doing side quests, but that's a whole bunch of loading screens I don't want to deal with. Overall though, after a slow start, Brothership becomes a solid, kid-friendly RPG whose pros ultimately outweigh the cons, so wouldn't you know? Once again, IGN was wrong, because after getting to this point, the game gets much, much worse. Let me tell you the story of Lava Lady and Ice Cone Guy. Who are they? Doesn't matter, the story now has to grind to a halt and focus on them. Apocalypse? There's no apocalypse. The marriage between these two bastards is more important than anything else, and you will backtrack to previous levels and complete tedious fetch quests, and you will like it! Why am I describing you this one in a time, short side story after which you can resume your heroic journey? Because this wasn't short, and it most definitely wasn't a one-time thing. It was but a taste of what Brothership truly is. One of the most poorly paced games I had to play this whole year. Letting side quests pile up couldn't prevent the runtime from stretching beyond the limits of human knowledge, as Brothership's immense amount of bloat drowned me under countless dialogue boxes. You want to go to one of the main dungeons? Sorry, you gotta find the lady that unlocks the dungeon first, because she decided this is the right time to go out and sightsee. Okay, I found her. Can we please go? Listen to the story of her long-lost mentor, who I'm sure is in no way affiliated to the faceless and mysterious villain. Okay, now let's get to the dungeon. This is just the entrance. Even random fights aren't immune from this monstrous padding. See this guy throwing paper rolls at me? You see how slow this thing is? Do this for 20 more hours. Switching power-ups becomes a repetitive chore, but it's either doing that or spamming the most powerful super moves. But after seeing the same cutscene for the 70th time, I was begging for a fast forward button. As I slowly reached the end, I was exhausted. Finally, Bowser showed up, things got heated again, I was happy. It took 24 hours, but I was ready to end this on a high note. So I stopped recording footage. But it wasn't over. What I thought was the beginning of the final act was actually the half point of the story! Brothership dangles the end credits in front of you not once, not twice, but at least 4 times, and credit where credit is due, getting this kind of edging usually costs me a lot more. Brothership will fool you into believing you've reached the climax, but the final boss was fake. There's a real final boss who's actually hiding the real final boss, and okay, now we fight him, but no, I have to go back to the fucking newlyweds again! And then, oh my god, no, I have to revisit almost every island. Why? Why are you making me do this minigame 3 times in a row? Jesus Christ, who thought this was a good idea? Who decided to send me back to the maze level? That was the worst part of the whole game! No! So I did it. I backtracked through every single island, but now I'm ready to go back to the first stage of the game, you motherfucker! I've played plenty of excessively long bad games, but Brothership disappointed me the most because it's not a bad game. It's a good, at times even great, 18 hours long game that got brutally dismembered and its pieces hidden behind agonizing filler and a barrage of dead jokes. When you're lucky, at least. I'm no stranger to adult jokes sneakily inserted into kids' media to entertain parents on their 6th rewatch of Bluey, but I don't think there's any subtlety in completing a side quest where you deliver a sex doll to a rich CEO. At this point I had to start wondering if Brothership wasn't clever wordplay but rather a tag for some not safe for work pictures on DeviantArt. Maybe I'm reaching there, but I set my limit at Bro Ball. Bro Ball, come on! I guess that's a bold creative direction to carry the series to. Might I suggest making the next game a sequel to Mario Sunshine then? I've got the title already. Bros before hoes.